Hey, thanks for joining us on this Monday afternoon here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi. We'll look at your Colorado weather forecast we had over the next couple of days. Right now is just beautiful outside. In fact, here at the 9 News studios in downtown Denver, it is currently 59 degrees. Got a little weather sensor right over there. And so here in downtown, right around 60, and it's going to stay on the mild side for the next couple of days. If you like these low 60s, get used to them. False spring is here, and it's also here for the high country, where Winter Park temperatures on the mild side, lots of blue skies overhead. So if you're lucky enough to be skiing on this President's Day on this Monday, or just coming back to or from the mountains, looking a-okay out there. Now, we've seen a few clouds roll their way on in for us here in Denver, but still, again, very, very mild. That's not stopping those temperatures from getting to around that 60-degree mark. So it's mild and sunny for today and tomorrow. Windy for today in the foothills, and our next storm will be on Wednesday and Thursday. That'll bring some snow for us for our northern mountains primarily, but also we'll see the potential for a little bit of slush down here into the metro area on Thursday morning. This is a low impact event. I'll say this though, next week, if you're hoping for some snow, next week looks to be maybe a bit more interesting for us across Colorado, especially kind of the early to mid part of next week. Until then though, kind of contending with the warm weather, and also this, our winds. It's gusting up to about 79 miles an hour for us Dakota Hill. That was earlier on this morning. We had a peak gust of 79 there at Dakota Hill. That is, of course, on the north side, just to the north of Idaho Springs. Highs for today, 50s, 60s, Eastern Plains, 30s and 40s into the high country. And those winds will continue to be a bit of an issue as we head over the next couple of hours. And those winds actually kind of ramp up for us into the foothills through the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning. Could see some 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts for us in the foothills, mainly above 7,000 feet. With those east-facing slopes, the typical windy spots in Boulder, Larimer, and Clear Creek counties, maybe even far western Jeffco, and maybe as you get down into the foothills on the western edge of the metro area, so Boulder, Highway 93 down to Golden, you could see some breezy to maybe windy conditions, 20 to 30, maybe 40 mile an hour winds for us along the Highway 93 corridor as we head through the overnight time frame tonight. Speaking of tonight, we'll drop down to about freezing for us here in Denver. Hey, in town, no wind concerns for us at all. Maybe a bit of a breeze. Temperatures pretty nice overall for us for this time of year. Tomorrow, mid-60s for us here in Denver. Partly cloudy skies, and it's going to be another mild day ahead. Our next storm comes on Wednesday, and that'll lead to initially some rain for us here in Denver, and we may flip over to a brief period of snow on Thursday morning. Still a little bit early to give us an idea to really say too much about that storm, but at this point, it does look like we have the potential to get maybe a slushy inch or so on colder surfaces from that next storm here in the Denver area. So this overall remains what looks to be a very low impact event for us on Thursday. But our northern mountains, that's where it could be seeing not only snow, but wind for us in our central and northern mountains. 7-day forecasts are mostly in the 60s for the next few days. And with those temperatures going up in the low 60s, it's again feeling very, very nice out there. But again, Wednesday night, Thursday, I would call it no big deal. It's not that big of an impact. That's the way it looks right now. I will update that for you. Last week's storm, you might remember, kind of initially didn't look all that impressive, but then we ended up with a good 1 to 4, 2 to 5 inches worth of snowfall around the metro area last Friday night, Saturday. Sometimes these things can change. Remember, we are predicting the future, so those, all this is subject to change, but at this point, looks like a low impact event. And 7 stages of Colorado spring, well, we are here. We are in the fall spring of fall spring, so we're not even anywhere close. Remember, we can I'm going to be a wet blanket here, as it's so nice outside today. The point is, it's so nice outside today and this week, but anytime we see this kind of warm weather, you know how I was mentioning how next week looks potentially quite interesting. We always talk about the warm before the storm. When you see in mid to late February a week of mostly nonstop 60-plus temperatures, that's often a sign that we've got some really active weather right around the corner, and next week could be that time frame. So again, we've had snowstorms. We can get snow as late as even early June. That's pretty uncommon. But Memorial Day weekend, that's your rough cutoff for when snow season's probably over and done with for us around Memorial Day weekend. That's when you can really put away those snow shovels and put away those winter coats. That's when you're done with the snow. For us here in Denver, keep in mind, that's over 3 months out. So late February, March, April, I probably don't have to tell you that that can be an active time of year. But in the meantime, enjoy the fake spring while we've got it here. We're going to have it for the next few days and into the upcoming weekend. Another thing about that forecast, next weekend, for the first time in, I don't know, 40 years, we're not talking about weekend snow. So there's that to look forward to as well. So overall, top line takeaways. Nice for the next couple of days for us in the Denver area. Some rain, some snow for us Wednesday night and Thursday. Low impact in terms of the snow, mostly just kind of unsettled for us with some moisture in the picture. Then as we look ahead to the foothills, that's where we'll be talking about windy conditions for the next couple of days. Maybe some wind for us in Denver on Wednesday. And then overall, just above average temperatures we head over the next little while, and some mountain snowfall Wednesday and Thursday as well. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin will have more for you coming up at 9 News at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 tonight on the 9 News Family Networks. Once again, I'm 9 News Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Have a great rest of your Monday.